violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
He took away the peace and quiet that we had in our new home.
It was a terrible invasion of privacy. Newtown mom Megan Allen caught her neighbor you see here on her Ring doorbell camera using a knife on her front door trying to break in.
Wow. This is what it's come down to. And we've done multiple videos of these guys trying to break into folks' houses.
He had offered to mow the lawn and came across as trying to just be a friendly neighbor, but his vibes were very just aggressive to say good morning and good night and beautiful lady, this and that.
Wow. So he's definitely on some stalker vibes. Offered to mow the lawn. Like, bro, what?
She says she bought the camera on Friday.
This honestly reminds me of the Maya Marcano situation. And these Hispanic dudes, like, they very much have stalker vibes. I ain't gonna lie.
Just after midnight Monday, she says he was at her door. She called 911. Newtown Police, Marymount Police, and the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office responded to her home on Drake Street. They arrested 29-year-old Jorge Alberto Chavez Reynoso in nearby woods, where he told them he wanted to save her from a big man he saw.
Bruh, that was his excuse. That's his alibi. He wanted to save her from a big man he saw. These dudes are so dumb. They're just dumb. I mean, and honestly, like, I think that we should look into his citizenship status and see if he is an actual U.S. citizen or an illegal alien.
He didn't fight at all. He just gave us his hands and we were able to handcuff him and take him into custody.
Newtown Police Chief Tom Synan says Allen did everything right.
Because she was calm, because she had that early warning system, and because she was able to give us a lot of information, it helped us not only apprehend the suspect, but she helped herself and protected herself and her family.
Allen doesn't know what Chavez Reynoso wanted to do, but says he will not ruin her new home.
We're gonna be safe and be smart, but I don't see why someone should scare us away.
Wow, so this incident, I mean, it pretty much tells you that, hey, a lot of these sisters need protecting. They're living alone. Okay, they're out here doing the most, and it's like, I've been told you, man, y'all need to get strapped, man. Y'all need to strap up because it's getting more and more dangerous. And you might have thought you could be on that independent, strong, independent, and cool, get your money, but also protect yourself if you're not gonna have that man to come and protect you.
We're not gonna leave.
Now, Newtown Police say they have not had any encounters with this suspect before. They tell me they are now working to get the video evidence to the prosecutor. Reporting in Newtown, Dan Griffin, WLWT News 5.
Police are also searching for a 3-year-old boy kidnapped from a home in College Park almost 24 hours ago.
So if you guys aren't familiar with College Park, it's in Atlanta, South Atlanta, I believe. Very dangerous area, hood area, black community. So you already know it's on demon time.
Clayton County police say Jashawn Wynn was taken from his mother at gunpoint by the baby's father, Kachif Brooks.
So the baby daddy pulled up and he wanted his son, and he pulled the strap on his own, you know, apparently it's not his girlfriend, but the mother of his child. So he was willing to make the child an orphan because he would have ruined his life and her life together. Now he's just ruined his own life. And my thing is like, how are these women procreating with these dudes who have this type of mindset? Like, I honestly don't see how you cannot tell that a guy is on this type of vibe.
Police say they made contact with Brooks, who said he would bring the child back. He still hasn't. If you see either him or the child.
So now he done took off with the child. He ain't coming back with the child. These dudes is different, bro.
Call police right away.
Breaking, so that's why we begin with the latest on that breaking news. The search for that 1-year-old taken in that stolen SUV early this morning. I'm George Estevez.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Linda Stouffer, and here's the child's picture. Blaze Barnett's mother says she was unloading groceries from the SUV when someone jumped in and drove off. It happened on Montreal Road in Clarkston around 1 a.m.
Wow. So, these folks is getting their car stolen. His carjacking's going up across the U.S. in all the major cities. And the woman's out unloading groceries, and they go and take her child and the vehicle. That's crazy.
And nearly 12 hours later, a man spotted the SUV. It was just 2 miles away at Memorial College Avenue and Brannon Hill Road.
We have live Team 2 coverage this hour. We have cameras at the family's house, monitoring any developments there, and 2 reporters covering the search. Let's go right to Channel 2's Matt Johnson live at Clarkston Police Headquarters. Matt, the latest from investigators.
Yeah, George, within the last 30 minutes, the family actually left the police department here after getting an update from police. I just spoke to the police chief, who told me there are no updates, unfortunately, at this time about where the baby may be. They said,
wow, so this guy takes the kid in the car, dumps the car, and I guess he still has a kid. Boy, man, what?
that they have recovered the SUV. They also recovered the blanket that the baby was in inside the SUV, but so far no sign of this child. There are a lot of agencies on this, and the family just wants their baby boy back home.
And this is in DeKalb County. We've done multiple stories on DeKalb County. I've already showed you guys that they're on demon time. And I mean, that Metro Atlanta area is on fire.
Just bring him home. He's no harm. He's the sweetest boy in the world.
The family of one-year-old Blaze Barnett is forced to keep waiting for the return of their baby boy after they say someone took their SUV with him inside. He was last seen wearing a black shirt with blue dinosaurs, a diaper, no pants, and wrapped in a blanket. His mother says the car wasn't running but was unlocked while her family was quickly unloading groceries at their home on Montreal Road.
I ran downstairs and I'm like, no, not my baby, no. And came outside and the car was not out here.
So the engine wasn't running. Did you leave the keys in the car? You know, we got to be more vigilant in the community. We have to move with some more caution. I will say, obviously, it's not this woman's fault, but I think we're trying to move around like we're in La La Land. But we understand that it's hot in the block. The streets is hot, and we understand how vicious the streets are. But it's like we still are out here moving as if everything's Gucci.
Devastated.
Law enforcement agencies across Georgia are now teaming up to find Blaze. They've recovered the stolen Ford Explorer, but so far no sign of the baby.
The FBI is working with us, the GBI is working with us, along with our officers in local jurisdictions within DeKalb County.
The family believes it all happened within 30 seconds of them going inside with the groceries, and now they just want their baby back.
The message is, would you please bring my nephew home? As a family, we're not trying to press charges. We want you to...
Wow. They said as the family, they're not trying to press charges on the man who kidnapped their one-year-old child. Like, come on. No, these types of dudes need to be locked up.
Find it in your heart, please, for the love of God, to drop my nephew out to a safe location, and we will pick him up. Please.
You know, earlier this year in March, there was a similar car theft with a one-year-old that was taken. In that case, the thief actually dropped the baby off at a stranger's doorstep, also in DeKalb County. Police are hoping for a very similar outcome here, so this does not carry into the night.
Wow. And there's some criminals who like, man, I can't do nothing with this baby. And then there are other criminals who are like, oh, I can, you know, unfortunately, you got to understand how these folks think. Oh, they can come up off this baby. Y'all know human trafficking is a huge thing, all this kind of stuff. So prayerfully, man, they you know, they find this child, but it's sad, man, and it's sickening.
Live in DeKalb County, Matt Johnson, Channel 2 Action News.
Now at 5 o'clock, 2 women are accused of helping a man who killed a police officer hide from investigators and avoid arrest. Channel 2's Tom Jones live now in Henry County, where the sheriff is very upset, Tom, about some vulgar comments he says one of the women made about the officer and his family.
Yeah, George, Sheriff Reginald Scandrett was very disturbed by the words he heard coming from one of the women accused of hiding a cop killer. He was so incensed, he insisted that we share this video with the public.
Okay, so we are about to hear how black women think about the police, even though they're asking for protection from the police. They're asking, you know, black women are the most unprotected, you know, and the reason why they're the most unprotected is because they hold down Pookies and Ray Rays. They're super loyal to Pookies. They're super loyal to hood dudes. They're super loyal to criminal men. And that's why they're not getting any protection, because the criminal men also don't care about the women. And if you're out here and you're defending criminal men, you become a criminal as well. So the police can't really protect you because you surround yourself with criminals. So a lot of these black women just need to, you know, either get a man who's worth a damn or shut the hell up about this. Oh, we need protection. Because if y'all out here disrespecting officers who passed away and who were killed by the same men you're trying to protect, you ain't no good, and you ain't no good for the community.
I think that the public needs to see that.
This is the video Sheriff Reginald.
Dang, this man had a deep ass voice. Hold on, run it back.
I think that the public needs to see that.
This is the video Sheriff Reginald Scandrett wants the public to see. A lot of the language is too graphic for us to air. But as Madison Troy and Caitlin Finley were being booked into the Henry County Jail, Sheriff Scandrett says Finley made some utterly disgusting.
So it looks like they're either Hispanic or light-skinned type chicks. They both look busted and disgusted. Afro-Latina maybe, but I mean, this is why we're losing.
Comments.
F the pigs, F the officer, F his kids, and F all of you all.
Wow.
Finley faces felony, hindering apprehension and possession of a controlled substance. Troy faces felony aiding or permitting another to escape lawful custody and hindering apprehension. The sheriff says the pair helped Jordan Jackson, the man accused of killing Officer Parham.
So y'all seen Jordan.
The pair helped.
Brother on Demon Time. Obviously, you can't really tell directly about indications of Demon Time. So this officer probably didn't even see it coming, honestly. Or maybe he did, I don't know.
Jordan Jackson, the man accused of killing Officer Paramhans Desai, evade capture when he was on the run for 5 days. The women denied any wrongdoing in the video. Scandrett says his office won't tolerate anyone who helps a cop killer hide from justice.
Right.
It had anything to do with aiding.
And look, man, this looks like he's the sheriff. Black man. We got another black man back here. This is what we need more of. Brothers in the community. You know, being involved in law enforcement in some way. Because this is what policing your community looks like. You actually have to go about it in the correct ways. Not let me get my get back. No.
Or betting this criminal. We're coming to find you regardless of where you are.
Over at the memorial to Officer Desai, one member of the community applauded the arrest.
Under no circumstances do you hide a criminal.
And the sheriff wouldn't say how the women helped Jordan evade arrest. Police say Jackson later killed himself. The sheriff says there could be other arrests in
What a coward. Wow.
connection with this case. Meanwhile, there is a prayer vigil for the officer at police headquarters tomorrow at noon. We're live in Henry County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
And Tom, you think about obviously the officer's family, but again, the reminder from that sheriff, if you're involved, you will get caught. Tom. Story you're going to see only on WSB Tonight. A former officer accused of trying to help get a gang member back onto the streets. Police say the pair was in a relationship. Now that officer is facing several felonies. Channel 2's Michael Seiden broke the story tonight. He joins us live now from the city of South Fulton. Michael, that officer is out of jail tonight, but she now has her own court battle to deal with.
Yeah, no question, George. You know, our colleague Taisha Fernandez and myself, we have been working this, talking to our sources, and today we finally got our hands on new court documents that really read like a Hollywood script. In fact, earlier tonight I spoke with an off-duty
Fulton County, Metro Atlanta area. Pay attention, guys.
officer here who told me that the entire department is just stunned by these allegations. She's the former City of South Fulton police officer accused of abusing her badge to protect her boyfriend. Investigators say 27-year-old Aaliyah Jackson, who joined the city's police force in 2019, was booked into jail last month on felony charges after she tried to interfere with a major police operation targeting Metro Atlanta's most notorious drug dealers and gang members.
Wow, so this female police officer is dating a Pookie, dating a gang member, dating a guy who is on the total opposite spectrum. And they do say opposites attract, but this is, I mean, this is what brings the conversation of black men don't protect black women. This is where that conversation is null and void. We did the story on the female attorney who was dating a Pookie, letting him beat her back out. You know, a felon. She's dating a Pookie. He ends up killing her. I've done stories on women who are dating men who did 12 years in prison, date him once he come out of jail. And this woman is dating a gang member. And she's a I almost cursed, but she's a police officer. This is a lot of sisters' mentalities. Date the hood rat, date the thug, and hope for the best. Become Ghost and Tasha.
Among the suspects, Jackson's boyfriend, Kenneth Copeland, a convicted felon and documented gang member who served time in federal prison in 2018. Right
Wow, so I mean, obviously she knew what he was into.
now, it's unclear how long the two have been in a relationship, but police arrested Copeland on October 27th after they say he was caught driving in his girlfriend's car with a loaded gun inside.
Wow, and these dudes is still, this man is whipping the police car around with a strap, breaking traffic laws, otherwise he wouldn't have been stopped. It's crazy.
Following his arrest, police say that Jackson tried to delete her boyfriend's Instagram page containing photos of gang activity.
Wow.
She's also accused of trying to disable his phone, which police were storing as evidence. On Wednesday night, we stopped by the East Point apartment complex where Jackson resides, hoping to get her side of the story, but she didn't pick up our call.
It is an embarrassment to us all. Certainly it's an embarrassment to the community.
Dr. Cedric Alexander is the former DeKalb County Public Safety Commissioner, who now serves as a national expert on...
And there go these women just opening their legs for these thugs and thinking with, you know, their vajayjay. I mean, this is very common in the black community.
Law enforcement in America. He says despite the criminal allegations,
This incident should not cast any disfavor over the thousands of other officers right there in your community in Metro Atlanta who are doing an outstanding job and understand the importance of maintaining the distance between themselves and those that are involved in criminal activity.
Channel 2's Michael Seiden joining us live again. Strong words there. Michael, question for you. Tonight, South Fulton Police Chief Keith Meadows talking about the allegations against his former officer.
Yeah, George, he sent us a statement basically saying that they will not stand for this kind of behavior, that they hold their officers to the highest standard. They also told us that she was placed on administrative leave, and as soon as that happened, she did resign from her position, and then 2 days later, she was arrested and charged with those felonies. George?
A lot left on this one. Michael Seiden reporting live for us. Again, you and Taisha Fernandez, great work tonight.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, in school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.